This is a video where I'm gonna talk about the theme we have been through in English, that is living online. We've been introduced to some movies and some series and some text where you get to hear about the downsides and danger to the technology and to the internet. We started by seeing an episode of Black Mirror. The episode was about a couple. The one, the girl had his name was Martha, and the boy's name was Ash. And Ash dies in a car accident in this series, and leaves Martha in heartbreak, and she's also pregnant, so she's getting through all of that alone. And then one of Martha's friends decides to sign her up for a service that lets you stay in touch with the deceased by analyzing how they socialize on the social network, and how they write, and how what they like, and what they wrote, and what pages they like, and such things. See their what their interests are, and how they act, and how they're communicating with other people, so it can copy that into yeah right with them. And Martha gets really addicted to this, and comes to a point where she buys a machine, a robot that looks exactly like Ash, and she's constantly going back and forth with being okay with this, and being mentally drained, I think, and just can't handle the situation, and thinking that the robot is stupid and annoying. But the story ends with seeing into the future where Martha has gotten her child, and and she's stashed Ash on the roof, where where the daughter knows that he's up there, so they go up and talk to him, and I think that series, that story that was they were telling, was pretty disgusting and horrifying, but also very interesting because the Black series have a tendency to exaggerate, uh, but it's such technology like in this one that shows that there are some dangers, and there are some things sometimes where humanity takes technology too far, uh, and I think that's what they're trying to warn us about. That's just in one topic to talk with the deceased. Um, we also saw a film called Disconnect that was about three different situations, that shows how some downsides to the internet is more relevant to now, because uh, Black Mirror is more like seeing into the future, where you see technology more advanced and such. But here you get into topics like cyberbullying, where there's a boy who tries to commit suicide because of cyberbullying, and an 18-year-old boy who does everything sexual for money on camera, and a couple who gets all the money stolen because of the internet, and the lady in the relationship chat with someone because they just lost a child. Yeah, and I think that the movie were I think the topic I think thought was most interesting was about cyberbullying, because I think that is the most serious topic here, because it's there's much more younger people who commit suicide um, because of these because of the cyberbullying, because there's I think it's so otherwise, because I think that because that after the internet came, this bullying cannot stop, and the person who is bullying can't get a reaction on how the person he's bullying feels. He can just go on. So don't think he's getting any kind of reaction that he can say, okay, this is too far.